You know that friend who's clearly a genius but somehow stuck? The one with the unwritten book, the unlaunched business, the unstarted life. It might be you, and it's not your fault, it's your IQ. Science now shows that high IQ comes with 7 invisible traps that punish smart people specifically. By number 7, you'll understand why dreaming big is the most dangerous thing a smart brain can do. Number 1, they mistake mental simulation for memory of achievement. Your brain has a glitch. fMRI studies on the default mode network, the part that lights up when you daydream, show that vividly imagining a future success activates almost the same neural pathways as remembering one you actually had. Translation: when a high IQ person spends 40 minutes visualizing their TED Talk, their brain quietly files it under done. The dopamine releases, the satisfaction lands, the motivation evaporates. Smart people don't procrastinate because they're lazy. They procrastinate because their imagination is so high resolution, it tricks the reward system into clocking out early. You didn't write the book, you just remembered writing it. There's a difference. Your brain refuses to admit it. Number 2, they suffer from cognitive offloading addiction. You know that feeling when you save an article instead of reading it and your shoulders relax? That's not productivity. That's a documented phenomenon called cognitive offloading, and high IQ people are addicted to it. The smarter you are, the more you trust your future self. So you bookmark 200 YouTube videos, screenshot 14 quotes, and download 3 PDFs on Stoicism. Each save gives a microdose of relief because your brain treats the act of capturing information as functionally equivalent to consuming it. Your hard drive is enlightened. You are not. The cruel irony? Average IQ people forget the article exists, so they actually read it. Geniuses build a library and live in the lobby. Number 3, they run pre-mortems until the patient dies. High IQ brains are pattern recognition machines. Give them an idea, and within 8 seconds, they've identified 47 ways it could fail. This is supposed to be a feature. It becomes a bug. Psychologists call it analytical paralysis, but I prefer the unofficial term intellectual cowardice dressed as due diligence. They're not protecting themselves from failure, they're protecting their self-image as the smart one from being publicly contradicted by reality. Because here's the thing, average people fail and learn. Smart people fail and have to update their entire identity. The cost is higher. So they run one more spreadsheet, one more Reddit thread, one more I just need to research this properly, forever. And notice the language. I'm doing my homework. I'm being strategic. Research becomes a costume that procrastination wears to look responsible. The brutal test? If your research never ends in a deadline, it was never research. It was a hiding place with a library card. Number 4, the Zeigarnik loop becomes a lullaby. In 1927, psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik noticed waiters could remember unpaid orders perfectly, but the second the bill was settled, the memory vanished. Your brain, it turns out, hates unfinished tasks. It loops them, nags you, keeps them open in mental RAM. For most people, this is uncomfortable enough to force action. For high IQ people, it becomes background music. They've lived with so many unfinished projects that the mental tension transforms into a weird companion, a low hum of I'm someone with potential. The unfinished novel isn't a failure, it's an identity. Finishing it would make them a person who wrote one okay book. Not finishing it keeps them a person who could have written a masterpiece. The tension feels like ambition, it's actually anesthesia. Studies show unfinished tasks actually intrude on intrusive thoughts, but only in people who believe they'll get done. Stop believing, and the loop goes silent. That's the real horror. Smart people don't quit their dreams loudly, they quit quietly by no longer expecting themselves to finish.